Summer is in full swing in the Northern Hemisphere, and with it comes a new wave of the hottest indie games. Hey guys, it's Cody with Indie Game Pulse. If you want to find the newest and best indie games and hear genuine reviews from an indie game fanatic like yourself, subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss another video. Let's get right into it. Hell Let Loose is a first-person World War II shooter, which in my opinion closely resembles the Battlefield genre, as it aims to be more of a realistic and less gimmicky shooter. In Hell Let Loose, you can play in massive battles of up to 100 players at a time, complete with rumbling tanks to drive and blast with. The game has been in early access since 2019, and along the way has worked up to 9 playable maps, with even more coming at launch and afterwards. This is more of a hardcore shooter, and from the footage I've seen, there's no heads-up display, no constant minimap, and communication is key as you work together with your teammates to push forward into enemy territory. There are a lot of really cool features in the game. For instance, each map has 99 capture point variations, meaning that every time you play the game, your strategy will change. If you're concerned about an indie shooter not having enough of a player base, Hell Let Loose has between 2,000 to 4,000 players every single day, and I'm sure the 1.0 launch and release to consoles later in the year will only bolster those numbers further. You can play Hell Let Loose on PC via Steam on July 27th. At number 9, and in a genre that has been increasing in popularity with games like Slay the Spire and Ring of Pain, Deepest Chamber is a deck-building card battler heading into early access on July 22nd. As you delve into the mysterious underbelly of the city, you'll encounter a gruesome bunch of foes, and maybe some friends too, all the while collecting cards, trinkets, and consumables to aid you in your run. Your prize at the end? More difficulty levels, more bosses, more elite monsters, and weapons. There is a bit of story here too, as you play as a group of former city guards and reformed scoundrels, but I'm sure we'll see that more fleshed out as early access continues, likely into early 2022. You can play Deepest Chamber on PC via Steam. Tribes of Midgard is a game that we saw featured during the Summer Game Fest, and upon reading the description, it seems like a more colorful, cartoony version of Valheim, and may be a better alternative for those that prefer isometric camera controls to first person. It's classified as a survival RPG set in a Norse mythological world where you and up to 9 friends seek to become Viking legends. Unlike Valheim, however, Tribes of Midgard allows you to build anywhere in the world, letting you be creative in your exploration and defensive strategies, since creatures of the night will be seeking to invade your camp too. To me, the art really stands out and kind of looks like a mix between Diablo-style fare and Borderlands-esque line drawing, which isn't surprising seeing as this is published by Gearbox Publishing. I'm hoping this game will show us some legendary experiences to have with a few friends when Tribes of Midgard comes to PC and PlayStation consoles on July 27th.
Craft legendary weapons, build deadly defenses, and grow the strength of your tribe, because those giants are on their way.
Being ported from Apple Arcade to PC and Mac, and later for the Switch, is a cute little traffic sim called Mini Motorways. You may recognize the developer Dinosaur Polo Club from their previous game Mini Metro, which has received overwhelmingly positive ratings on Steam after its initial launch in 2015. In Mini Motorways, you play as a traffic planner, constructing and reconfiguring roads to accommodate the growing and changing needs of your city. To me, what stands out are the simple art style and really pleasing aesthetics. I feel like I could probably just sit and watch the cars go around traffic circles all day, similar to how I felt in Dorf Romantic with the boats and trains. Check out Mini Motorways on PC and Mac on July 20th and early next year on Nintendo Switch. You might be starting to see a trend here with release dates, and I'll warn you, the indie game mayhem really starts to ensue on July 20th when every game on this list, along with many other bigger titles, starts to be released. At number 6 on my list is Death's Door from the developer Acid Nerve, a 2-person team behind the previous Titan Souls, which is available on sale actually for $1.50 until July 8th, and also being published by Devolver Digital. But boy, does Death's Door look like a beauty. You play as a crow, an enigmatic character responsible for reaping souls of the dead, but this time, your target soul has been stolen. In your adventure to track it down, you'll learn of the dark world in which you wander, and more about your role as a crow too. The world instantly reminded me of something like the recent Blue Fire, which I thought excelled in building mystique and intrigue, and the combat and puzzle platforming in Death's Door looks fast and tight. You can play it on PC and Xbox consoles beginning July 20th. If you're looking for a more chill experience, but still enjoy that dark, foreboding feeling, then take a look at Unbound Worlds Apart, where you explore a hand-drawn world using portals to platform and solve puzzles. I've recently seen Dave and Sophie from SaveDex Gaming doing a demo talk with this one, so if you want to see more, swing by their channel and check it out. You play as a hooded mage named Soli, adventuring through the collapsing world in hopes of defeating a terrible evil and stopping the destruction. In typical exploration adventure style, you'll find NPCs along the way to help you on your journey, and lots of secrets and collectibles too. Unbound Worlds Apart has some beautiful artwork and effects, and comes from a passionate team of two who have worked on it since 2016, and you can finally play it in full on July 28th on PC, Mac, Linux, and Switch. Now, because every countdown list must include a cyberpunk game, just kidding, this one is here because it looks like it seriously slaps. The Ascent is an action RPG shooter set in a rundown world filled with aliens and other abominations. The Ascent Group, the corporation that previously managed your world, has collapsed, leaving you and up to 3 friends to fight for yourselves and survive on the sprawling streets and skyscraping high-rises. This is very much an action game through and through, with some nice RPG elements to boot, with being able to level up your character and add new augmentations as well as gathering loot during your exploration. I'm not super experienced in the cyberpunk realm, but the world building and verticality in the Ascent really seem to be top notch, with a lot of detail being evident in the trailer. I'm psyched to see more of this one when it comes out on July 29th for PC and Xbox consoles. Cris Tales is a game that longtime viewers of my channel will be familiar with, as I rated it as the number 2 game I was looking forward to in 2021. With its striking visuals and theatrical soundtrack, I seriously can't get enough of watching this trailer. As a love letter to classic RPGs like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy, you'll follow the Time Mage Cris Bell and her friends as they journey together across 4 kingdoms to stop the evil Time Empress from changing the future of the world. Using a party system, you'll meet other characters and team up with them while learning their stories and growing together along your travels. And with a creative spin on classic time travel RPGs, you'll be able to see all 3 worlds simultaneously on screen, past, present, and future. It's kind of mind-blowing to me, and I've been eagerly awaiting Cris Tales all of this year, and I hope you guys are with me and looking forward to playing it July 20th on PC and all consoles plus Google Stadia. Our penultimate game, and one that I've wondered for a while now if it would ever see the light of day, is The Forgotten City. Originally developed as a Skyrim quest mod and now nearly doubled in size for a standalone experience, you'll time travel 2,000 years into the past and attempt to save a cursed Roman city from its doomed fate. Not unlike its Elder Scrolls inspiration, you can use violence or your charisma and interrogation skills to unravel the mystery and save the people, but you'll have to be clever. The mod won a Writers Guild Award in its time, and now having been expanded to almost double the script length, The Forgotten City comes from a core team of only 3 developers and is looking very impressive. Let's hope this lives up to the gold standard of its predecessor when it launches in full on July 28th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, with Nintendo Switch coming later this year.
Know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them. Salve, friend.
And finally, at number 1 is a game that I previewed during the Autumn Steam Game Festival late last year and absolutely fell in love with, even though I wasn't able to proceed past the second boss. For those of you that enjoy a challenge, Eldest Souls is the debut game from Fallen Flag Studio, and it looks and plays like a dream. Well, to be honest, it looks like a bad dream in that the monsters you'll encounter are horrifying and intimidating, and tough as nails to beat. Thankfully, there are some RPG elements here in leveling up your character, with new powers and abilities being gained after each boss encounter, and your ability points are never locked in, allowing you to change them as often as you want. And trust me, you're going to need to work with them a lot since this is a Souls-like game, and you will die a lot too. but the dark and desolate world here is just gorgeous and filled with relics and remains left from the old gods. You can play Eldest Souls on PC and all consoles July 29th. That's gonna do it, guys. Thank you very much to my 1,104 subscribers for your support. If you like what you see here at Indie Game Pulse, consider helping us grow by supporting us on Patreon. For more top indie game countdowns and reviews, check out the videos on your screen now, and I'll see you on the other side.